Hey aunties, how are you guys today? I'm here with baby Kingston and we're both freezing. I'm glad I did put him on this thick outfit because we're both freezing. Um, my kids, they always tend to put um, the air on so super high. Give them the least bit of warmth and they blast the air. um, Yesterday I spent a lot of time with my angel and Serena, and then in the end I got this little one dressed, and hopefully I upload that video first. But I got him dressed, and then I took some photos of him, and then it was like, oh, wait a minute, he's my favorite. So it's like I go from 1 minute Serena's my favorite, the next minute he's my favorite. I'm just happy that I now have a collection that I truly, love, all the babies. Even when I let some go, lately, it's been ones that I really truly love. Um, Now, this last time, that was purely a sacrifice to get back my angel because I really felt bad about letting her go. So that was different. But normally, when I let babies go, it's because of I let them go because for finances, money, for to buy another baby or a baby item. Believe it or not, I will even sell just to buy a a baby item, like a new, you know, swing or bed or something like that. This stuff is not cheap. This hobby is just not cheap. And I honestly have to just laugh when I see people saying, oh, can you give me a free baby? Because I know that they can't possibly know what these dolls cost. The dolls, the clothes, the bed and furniture, all the bells and whistles and everything that goes into the hobby is really expensive. Which brings me to, my rehab. I laugh and I make jokes about it, and I make the silly videos of how, I'm going crazy trying not to buy. It's really truthfully a struggle not not to buy. Because I realize that it is an addiction. Some of us are really addicted. Some of us is really truly addicted to buying new doll after new doll. But before I got into this hobby, I was a huge saver, and I realized that this hobby has made me a huge spender. And you know, that's okay when you make tons of money and you can afford to do that. I still have, you know, children, real children and stuff like that. So I have to be careful on how I spend. Usually I recycle my doll money, and I know a lot of people, don't understand that. That's why I sell, buy, and that type of stuff. Good morning. And but we really, I really believe in, prioritizing. So this whole thing of going to September is really good for me. Although I nearly broke it a thousand times. Really? So, so anyway, um, yeah, because I'm like starting to realize that when I first started, reborns, you can get reborns for $150, a decent one, a really, really nice one for 300, and the best for like 500 or 600. Now, you know, the best is costing us, 1,000 or so for a reborn, not even a silicone. And back then, silicone was like $2,000, and that was a lot to me. I was like, I'll never spend that much money on a doll. I was like, that's freaking crazy. So, times have changed, and I was trying to keep up with the times, but my wallet can't keep up anymore. I've sold down. I used to have 15 and almost 20 babies in my nursery at one time. So I've downsized by half because I've sold off so many to get the more expensive dolls. So yeah, I'm at a point now where I'm just like trying to really enjoy every baby that I have in my nursery, and I'm trying not to bring, dolls in the nursery that I'm not goo goo gaga over. I'm not going crazy over because, that's just a gamble, especially, I see a lot of people like they take, risks, and they invest in like poorly made dolls. It comes to bite you in the butt later when you get ready to want to sell and nobody wants to buy it, or if they do want to buy it, they only want to buy it for, you know, a third of what you paid. You can't. That's why I try to invest in, you know, particular scopes and stuff like that, that's going to hold its value just in case I may have to sell. I mean, not even just for to sell for a new doll. Who knows, with life, in this world and society, something could come up. And, with my family, and I've invested thousands of dollars in dolls, it's not worth anything. And then I need to sell, I can't. So, you guys kind of keep that in mind when you make investments, and keep that in mind when you're judging others who are buying like very expensive high end dolls, because those people may be putting out a lot of money, but at the end of the day, their dolls, it's almost like a mini savings account. Those dolls hold value over, you know, like I always tell my little bougie friends that they only rock $150 pair of jeans and $300 shoes and $1,000 purses. And I'm like, how much can you get for those purses and shoes? Yeah, little to nothing. Nobody wants to buy that after it's came out the store. Versus our dogs, we can get our money back. So they, rather we want to look at it or not, they are investments, which is another reason why I try to take good care of my dolls as well, because I'm not going to invest $6,000, $8,000 in a doll and treat it like it's a Walmart doll. Because even if I want, if I'm never going to sell it, which, like, for me, in my mind, and I was thinking of this the other day, could it really happen? Is it even possible that I would keep a baby forever? Because I was thinking with Kingston, I'm like, I'll never let him go. But I'm still going to treat him like he might be on the market for sale tomorrow. Meaning, I'm not going to do anything to him to compromise his silicone or anything like that, you know, if I can avoid it. Um, Even though I don't plan to sell him, I still want him to be, in the same condition 5 years from now. So, I sold a lot of dolls to get this one doll. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's where I'm at now with my collecting. I think I want to try to focus more on what I have and just having fun videos and just sitting and chatting with you guys like I'm doing now. And I'm also, I was, when I first started, I really wasn't into giveaways. I really still don't really care for them a whole lot. But I do tend to, I like the love mail better than giveaways. But, you know, I do get so much joy out of when I can give. So I'm thinking of some fun ideas that I may be able to incorporate for, my regular subscribers and stuff like that. So I'll be working on that. And I don't like to set dates or promises or anything just in case something come up and I can't do it. And I don't want people to say, oh, she said she was going to do this and she never did it. Which, oh, by the way, um, uh, the winner of the last giveaway has already received their money. So that is done. And that's one thing I love about doing it that way. With the money, even if it was a gift card, it's like buy it, put it in the mail, poof, gone. I don't have to go to the post office and all that stuff. So I don't have to try to personal shop for people because you never know people's taste. Sometimes, that's hard too. But yeah, so I'm excited about things to come, but I'm also realizing that I can't afford, the hobby like I used to. So I got to get out and go to more doll shows and meetups and stuff so that I can get my fix on seeing new babies and faces and keeping up with what's out there, because that's the only real way that you kind of really know what you're looking for and what you're looking at is if you see it in person. And unfortunately, my journey has been trial and error. I've lost a lot, along the way. I've fought a lot just only to see, what's out there. Well, that wasn't my intention, but, it did help because now I know, this artist does this artist does that. I don't want to buy from this one. I don't want to buy from that one. Even second market, because even though I might not want to deal with someone, firsthand, I may really still love their work and may want to buy it secondhand. But by learning through trial and error, at least I know, like certain artists, even though I might love their work, I know that the quality isn't there. And so I know not to buy that baby secondhand too. So it's just all those things just kind of goes hand in hand. But I think the doll shows are great because you don't have to spend money and you get to see them and, meetups and, see all the different, babies. In person, I really enjoy that. I am also, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on that, doing a little bit more traveling, as long as my schedule permits and I can afford it. So, because that can be really fun. I love meeting other reborn moms and stuff like that, especially at doll show settings and stuff like that because you're on a mutual ground. Okay. I try to remember how Claire does in the video. She says, if you take you take it from his heel and it will slide right off. But maybe, okay, she's right. It comes right off. There you got it. So I forgot to take his band off. I had it for photos, but I don't leave them on him. So I'll put this back in his keepsake box. And I keep my babies with keepsake boxes of special things that came with them to keep their originals together. But anyway, we will see you guys later and chat more. I know I usually cut off the video half talking because my video won't allow me to upload past 15 minutes or something. So talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.